So the movie Invasion 1897 afforded me the opportunity to re-narrate our own experience as Africans, to change the narrative of perpetually presenting Africans from a negative point of view.
Why our generation must right all the wrongs and get the industry structured and on point. Because when we joined, when we decided to go into this forest called Nollywood, there were no roads at all. So you are going to clear a path, you're going to dive in by yourself, you're going to take the shrubs, you're going to look for the right cutlass can do it and pave all the roads. Obviously, when I was joining theater, I sneak out at night when we have technical performance. I cannot even open my mouth to tell my parents that what do you want to act? Or I walk up and say, what do you want to do? I say, I want to be an actor. You know, you are a dead man. Because there was nobody to point to. There was nobody to even look up to. There was no reference to make, okay, because this man had become successful, I want to be like that man. So as for just the only persons we knew, we wouldn't even know their earning. We saw those men who were working NTA. Any of them we see on TV, they were working NTA. After all. So that's why it's very emotional for us that our generation was able to create an industry from this. Oppositions here and there. The first time my mother saw me on television, well, I was presented in a program called Folk Songs on NTA Benin. She screamed and called the street that I will sell them. How did I get to this bed? I will sell the household. This do that. I said, what did I do? Where's your wife? I went to show on TV. It was something that was. So oppositions, left, right, and center. You just cannot say, announce it, say, what do you want to do? I want to be an actor. You are finished. Well, I think I appreciate all the laureates that I've got to. Some are special recognition from various organizations. Some are professionally won. Of course, that excites me. One is competitive. We want to best director, best film of the year. As big as the best film of the year appears, there's nothing that excites me like the director of the year. It gives me a whole lot of job satisfaction as a professional practicing director. If I had my way, I would never do any other thing in Nollywood. I would not even produce. I just want to be a director because that's my word. I live on that. It's so exciting to me being on set, calling show. I'm realizing some stories that people are far off will create a world and they connect with it and they believe it when they are crying. You see people joining to cry when we were. It's so exciting that God has given me such a talent that I'm able to manipulate people's emotion at any point in time. And people believe what they see that God is. Despite the fact they know that it was a play, it was acted, and they cannot believe. So whenever I win such award, it gives me that fulfillment, like I was best of Nollywood, best director, and so on. But quite frankly, there are institutions that has honored me, that has really, really humbled me. First is the revered powers of the Oba of Benin. When in Benin, the Edo-speaking people are more than 3.5 to 4 million people. And one has been able to do a thing to attract the attention of the revered Oba of Benin. That was just it for me. That was just it for me. When I got the Oba Imesuen Special Recognition Excellence Award, there was that fulfillment that, yeah, they tell you that a prophet without honor but in his place. When I got that, I felt fulfilled. That's why I was abroad when that ceremony took place. I asked my aged father to go represent me and pick up that award. And I could imagine my father came to town with that. I made it possible for him, 82 years old, to go and have a handshake with the Oba. So that was just it for me. I will not also forget when Reverend Omobude, his church, the Men Fellowship, also gave me a recognition award that was presented by Reverend Omobude by himself. You can imagine growing up in Benin with those names larger than life, and God blessed one to a certain level that you would not earn their respect for them to say, well done, my son. So that was just it for me. And I will not forget the Planet Africa Award I got 2012 in Canada, with having a certificate signed, presented by Stephen Harper, the Prime Minister of Canada. So for me, these were just some high, and several other awards that has come from various of the Nigerian Youth Council, several other. But these three I must, and Face of Nollywood Award. That award, I cried because it was a program put together by Nollywood practitioners, and to have chosen me as the best director for that year by my colleagues, I just felt that was the zenith for me. That was just it. That if my colleagues can collectively say you have done well, I didn't know what more to ask for as a professional. So these 4 awards, and Guillaume called me the most consistent when I was marking 18 years of practice, and celebrated me in the most elaborate award I have ever seen in my life, with a song composed my name and performed live there. I cried, and with over 20 people climbing stage, with over 2,000 persons in that hall. So these 5 awards touched me in no small way at all.
As a filmmaker, he's not just a successful filmmaker, but he is a distinguished filmmaker who has won many laurels, many awards. He has been honored internationally, even here in Nigeria. He is a success personified and success metaphorized.
Well, unfortunately, we do not come from a society where we give some kind of credence to things like this. When you say it by yourself, they say you are proud. There was a program CNN had called Screening Room. Almost all the best filmmakers on earth, they featured them, and I was the first African to appear in that 2009, occasioned by a documentary that the Canadian government sponsored, Canadian Film Board, called Nollywood Untold. When those guys came here and said, I was recommended by Fidelis Dukas, I was recommended by about 3 different filmmakers that met them in Canada. I told them, okay, Lancelot, Filmmaker called me. Said, some guys are coming to Nigeria. So they actually came. And so along the line as we were filming, I asked them, why did you guys choose me? They told me that, okay, yes, I was recommended, but they came to Nigeria after the recommendation and went to video shops. This is why I respect white people. Now they went to video shops and they picked up part of their research for their documentary. That about 5 different video shops they went to. So they were asking that, how do people buy films? Why would they prefer a particular film? They said in Nigeria it was a star system, that people want to watch their stars, their favorite stars. But that they don't say it is changing now. People are now looking at directors. That there is one particular director, Lancelot Odua Imesuen, that people come to ask of his film. So that immediately they could connect that name to the names that they already got back home. That 3 of the 5 video shops they went to, 3 of them told them this. I said, are you serious? You know, we're not doing this thing, we don't even know that anybody's taking us. And that became really humbling. And it was that line that we were able, after they did finish that documentary, followed me doing the film Bent Arrow, finished editing. Of course, the film was accepted in the international documentary as an international documentary, featuring in competition at the prestigious Sundance Film Festival, acclaimed as the most prestigious film festival in the world. So of course, that documentary gave this huge international exposure to me as a filmmaker. And we started realizing, of course, I was also the first man to be hired here as a director for a Hollywood film, a Hollywood Nollywood first collaboration that ever happened by a certain Nigerian called Adebamiru, who is a filmmaker in Hollywood, wanted to also experiment, 2006. So this brought me face to face with CNN that said they were going to feature me in their CNN screen room, and that was quite humbling for me. Of course, it has happened twice now, and the last time I saw it, I had to come. I said, "Welcome to the League of African filmmakers and celebrities that had CNN feature." That was the zenith for me. That was a point that we started taking more extra time. What we have been doing, just doing our thing, has gotten this kind of recognition for a major media like this. I could just recall their studio, the kind of vehicle that was sent to pick me up, the three bedroom flat you had to stay, the makeup person that is coming, the cuts you're going, oh, I'm going to be makeup, and the person, oh, you need tea, you need whatever you do. I said, is it the same thing we are doing here? That really opened my eyes, and that film festival Sundance, one was so celebrated everywhere. They're talking about you. Come and tell us how you guys are using $5,000 to make a film. So I told you guys that we were not really caring about. We were just passionate about giving out our message, creating the African storytelling pattern and whatever. And whether you have money, whether you don't have money, like I said something that was really profound, and a lot of you guys were correct, that there are trained filmmakers in America waiting for the $20 billion, waiting for that they may never make a film. They graduated from film school at 24, and by 60, they've still been able to raise $20 billion to make a film. But in Africa, we keep doing it, and that's become a major thing. So for me, that was just a high faith, and I give God the glory always. I wouldn't say, because that has been my staying power, I always throw up challenges for myself. I'm the biggest critic of my film, my conduct, and myself. When I look at my film, I say, oh no, this right now, that's one of this stupid here. This shot would have been like this, one would have been like that. So I always use my work to train myself the more. That has been a major step part for me, and I'm a believer. I don't also enjoy jumping here and there. I believe in what I believe in. I want to pursue it as seriously as much as I can. These two things have really played for me. In terms of achieving, I can tell you right here and then that now that we've not even started. We've not started. Several awards, over 150 plaques so far, 21 years of functioning as a top filmmaker. A colleague once met me and said, I already finished, I gave to this person. This person already finished, I gave to that one already finished, give you. I looked at him and said, the unfortunate is that the person that is waiting to reign after me the waiting vain for me, I know already finished. So, as far as I'm concerned, until death do us part, but we continue, keep dropping the best and expanding. One trick I also learned when they started this noise of new Nollywood, old Nollywood, I don't laugh. I'm using it, the tag sustained relevance. That's all it means. That's not that stay part. Whenever any new thing is coming, I'm going to adapt to it. If I see any new guy that's doing great, I'm going to call it, let's do this together. Cameraman, lighting guy, keep evolving. So we say that we'll reach our zenith. We've not even started. I met my wife at a bus stop in Benin. We were both traveling down to Lagos. So she was sitting close to me, and the boss was a very lovely boss. Everybody was talking, everybody was just savoring the so-called, Lancelot, I know the years, it was quite interesting, and we rode to Lagos, and she was coming down and said, I said, oh, my sister is a great fan of your work. I don't watch much, but my sister always talk about your films, and okay, tell us that you met me, and we just joked, and we exchanged numbers. I think I made up my mind to marry her the second day after I met her. Met her today, the next day, I called her and invited her for lunch. Of course, I took her to a traditional a restaurant where they sell traditional foods. Of course, she thought I was one of those jokes. Then we lost contact. The next time I was calling from the US. Something monumental happened to me as far as my career was concerned. I got a call for my Hollywood shoot. I said, I must do something significant to mark and commemorate this event. When I got on that set, before I started, the day I started filming, I called her and I said, marry me. She said, you must be crazy, you call on the phone. Yes, I'm very, very married. Very married. Married to Lancelot Odua Imesuen, and we are blessed with 3 great ages. That there are some vibrant young men one has seen in the business that you guys need to be. Some send their work. I just want one exercise of that. Congratulations, I called you this morning. That was very good. But this, okay, we can exchange. We are some of our members are brought to even as resource person, and sometimes some foreigners are coming who can take advantage of to say come. When we are asking for funds, unlike what has been obtainable, people don't go to say, please come and teach our members. Everybody must not travel to America to get training. There are people here that have done wonderfully well, that are now on the sound. Somebody like Victor, for instance, who is a film scholar, known all over the world. We're going to take advantage of such persons. And we have a summer kids film camp. We have discovered drought in kids productions. Everything we do is violence, and nobody is taking cognizance of this, and nobody is even paying attention to this area. And I've designed what I call the summer film, DGN summer film camp for children. This to even participate, because the process will pay the directors that will participate in this kind of game, understand how to get it where we can design stories and all that these children will get involved in. When we have more than enough activities for members, election is going to be an house thing. All of this will stop.
It is the apparent lack of activities to stimulate members' interest. That's why they are waiting. Because they say, what again? They feel they are doing you a favor. Like it's you that want to become this or become that has something to gain. They don't see it as a collective gain. So this thing cannot change overnight. But I feel that with the right activities to engaging members, the insurance scheme make more functional, and they actually see a member who benefited that can give testimony. Say what was his benefit because my wife was ill and the DGN insurance scheme paid. You will not force the other man to go and pay 20,000 naira the next time. So this is what we want to emphasize. Or the library, for instance. The library is going to have a key. It is when you become a member, you are up to date, that you can access the DGN library. So there will be too much activities that we plan, that we stimulate members to be more involved in meeting up their own obligations. What of the funding scheme for short films to enter into the competition? So everything that we are planning is so that you will be like a village man that is not aware to be left out. So before it comes to election, you are going to be talking about values. You are going to be talking about program. You are going to be talking about the movement of the game from one level to another. If one addition is able to achieve it, like now, we pay tribute to Andy for decentralizing massively DGN. Port Harcourt is active, Lagos is active, Asaba, Enugu, Abuja, and other like Benin is coming up, several others, Bayelsa. So we now truly have a holistic, nationalistic body.
Basically, Nollywood has become a world phenomenon. We directors are called magicians. God has given us the kind of creativity. Sometimes, to the outsiders, it's a mirage, but it's a reality. So there's something about God. When He creates you, He endows you, He imbues you with so many gifts, so that you will be different, you will be peculiar. And remember, for us in Nollywood,